This video is the 7th part to Act 3, Scene 2. It starts from Bassanio's speech, line number 253. Bassanio, "Oh sweet Portia, here are a few of the unpleasantest words that ever blotted paper. Gentle lady, when I did first impart my love to you, I freely told you all the wealth I had ran in my veins. I was a gentleman, and then I told you true, and yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, you shall see how much I was a braggart. When I told you my state was nothing, I should have told you that I was worse than nothing, for indeed I have engaged myself to a dear friend, engaged my friend to his mere enemy to feed my means. Here is a letter, lady, the paper as the body of my friend, and every word in it a gaping wound, issuing life blood. But is it true, Salario? Hath all his ventures failed? What not one hit from Tripolis, from Mexico and England, from Lisbon, Barbary and India, and not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of merchant marring rocks." So here first the meanings. Blotted is written, freely is honestly, ran in my veins is belonging to the noble family. Then you have braggart. Braggart is boasting, state is fortune, engaged is bound, and then you come to the issuing life blood. It is from which his life blood pours, means the blood which is required for a person to keep alive, that is oozing out, which is draining out. Ventures, business. Hit is successful. Merchant marring rocks, for that it means the rocks that ruin the merchant ships. So here Bassanio is just explaining to Portia what he has got in the letter which had come to him from Antonio. She wants to know the reason behind what is there in the letter. Okay, so here Bassanio is talking to Portia and relating to what are the contents and what is written out there in the letter. "Oh sweet Portia, here are the few of the unpleasantest words that ever blotted paper." So he says, Portia, this letter is having such unpleasing words mentioned in it. I have never ever seen a letter having such unpleasant words mentioned in it. "Gentle lady, when I did first impart my love to you, I freely told you all the wealth I had ran in my veins." So he says, he is confessing, he says that when I first met you and showed my love or expressed my love towards you, I was honest enough to say that I belong to a noble family, and at that time I was honestly speaking out the truth and I was not lying to you, and I behaved exactly as a gentleman should do. "And then I told you true, and yet, dear lady, rating myself at nothing, you shall see how much I was a braggart. Although when it comes to valuing my wealth, dear lady, I feel that I was much boasting about myself. I do not have a penny with that belongs to me. When I told you my state was nothing, I should have told you that I was worse than nothing. So when I am telling you, I am confessing before you that I am not having any fortune, let me confess before you that I am not having even a single penny." Means straightforwardly saying that he is a spendthrift. He is admitting it. He says that he is a spendthrift, and whatever money he is having, he is bound to his friend for enjoying all the luxuries which he is having in his life, and for this he has risked his friend's life into the hands of his greatest enemy. So here that is the meaning of this line. "I have engaged myself to a dear friend." Dear friend is denoting for Antonio. Engaged my friend to his mere enemy. He is speaking about how due to the bond now Antonio is liable to this Shylock. "To feed my means." Feed my means is to get my means or my wishes satisfied. So keep it in mind, here he is indicating that he wanted to come to Belmont and to make this facility available to Bassanio. Antonio had gone ahead and signed the deadly bond with Shylock. Here is a letter, lady, the paper as the body of my friend. And this is the letter, oh dear lady, and it is not just a piece of paper. It seems that it is the body of my friend, and each word seems to be a wound to me which is being given on the body of my friend. Means issuing life blood is means each word is hitting so hard as if it is draining out the life out of the body of my dear friend. But then he is he's speaking to Salario, and he says, but is it true, Salario? Hath all his ventures failed? Oh dear Salario, are you speaking the truth? Have all the business deals which he had targeted to different directions in the world, have all of them failed? Not even one ship was successful to come back to Venice from Tripolis, from Mexico and England, from Lisbon, Barbary and India. So these are the places where the ships were sent for the business sake. So he's just confirming whether not even one ship was able to return back to Venice, and not one vessel escaped the dreadful touch of merchant marring rocks. So he's just wanting to find out that it means all the ships of Antonio were hit by the merchant marring rocks, is the rocks that happened to ruin the merchant ships. That is the deadly rocks, the hidden rocks which are usually found in the sea, under the sea, and finally they hit the big huge ships which happened to pass by and finally wreck them. Salario, not one, my lord. Besides, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the due, he would not take it. Never did I know a creature that did bear the shape of man, so keen and greedy to confound a man. He plies the duke at morning and at night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state. If they deny him justice, 20 merchants, the duke himself, and the magnificos of greater sport have all persuaded with him, but none can drive him from the envious pleas of forfeiture of justice and his bond. Present here is present money is here standing for the money which was available at that time. Discharge is discharge the due. The discharge the due is related to pay the debts which were taken, the money which was borrowed from the Jew, that is Shylock. Plies is urges his case. Confound is destroy. Freedom of state is related to the integrity of the law in Venice. Then Magnificos stands for the noblemen of Venice. Persuaded is discussed, reasoned. Then you have envious plea. Envious plea is a revengeful claim. Not one, my lord. So here Salario is giving the reply to Bassanio's query. He says, not a single ship of Antonio was saved, my dear Bassanio. Besides, it should appear that if he had the present money to discharge the due, he would not take it. And upon that, it seemed that situation is so worse that even if the money was available with Antonio to pay away the debts which he had taken, which he was having against this Jew, the Jew was not ready to accept it. Never did I know a creature that did bear the shape of man. Oh dear Bassanio, never ever I have seen on this earth a man like Shylock having a shape of a human being but behaving like an animal, so keen and greedy to confound a man. So he seems to be so keen, means determined, greedy here is means he's wanting anyhow wanting to take the chance of destroying or ruining Antonio. He pleased the duke at morning, at night. So he is never seen wasting away his time. He is all the time urging his case, presenting his case in front of the duke, whether it is morning or night, and doth impeach the freedom of the state, and always asking raising a question in the name of the integrity of the law in Venice. If they deny him justice, so if in case the justice is denied to this Shylock, he is going to put a question mark to the integrity of the law in Venice. 20 merchants, the dukes himself, and the magnificos of greatest port have all persuaded with him. So 20 merchants, 20 renowned people or merchants of Venice, the duke himself, the noblemen of Venice, all have tried, all these noble and renowned people of Venice have tried their best to persuade him, stop him from taking away the bond, the forfeiture in the mention in the bond. But nobody could stop him from the envious plea. Envious plea is the revengeful claim which he is having in the name of the bond. Of the forfeiture is means the forfeiture related the penalty which which had to be paid by Antonio, which was mentioned in the bond. What was mentioned in the bond? It was a pound of flesh. Okay, so here he is just putting the name or blame on the justice of Venice and wanting in anyhow to get what was there mentioned in the bond. Jessica, when I was with him, I have heard him swear to Tubal and to Chas, his countrymen, that he would rather have Antonio's flesh than 20 times the value of the sum that he did owe him. And I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio. So here you have only one word which requires you to know the meaning of. Deny not is not present. Okay, do not prevent him, do not prevent him, do not protect him. So here Jessica says that, oh dear Bassanio, oh dear Salario, let me convey to you that when I was there along with Shylock, when I was just his daughter there living along with my father, I had heard my father talking to his two best friends who are also Jews, Tubal and Chas, that he will not be satisfied and he only will be satisfied by taking away the flesh of Antonio indirectly, just wanting the life of Antonio. And he is not going to agree in any way, even if Antonio is ready to give him 20 times the sum which he had borrowed from him, he is not going to be satisfied with it. So I know, my lord, if law, authority, and power deny not, it will go hard with poor Antonio. So I know very well, lord, that if nothing can prevent him, nothing can prevent Antonio, or nobody can save Antonio from the clutches of my father. Only one thing can save him is that if the law of Venice, the authority, the power, and the law of Venice, the rights which are there related to the law of Venice, go ahead and save and protect Antonio, then only Antonio's life could be saved. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for Antonio to stay alive. Portia, is it your dear friend that is thus in trouble? So Portia is just wanting to confirm that is it Antonio who is really in trouble. Bassanio, the dearest friend to me, the kindest man, the best conditioned and unwearied spirit in doing courtesies, and one in whom the ancient Roman honor more appears than any that draws breath in Italy. So best conditioned is good natured, unwearied is untiring, courtesies here is doing acts of kindness, Roman honor is honorable, means ancient Roman honor is loyalties to friends and countrymen of Rome. Okay, appears is displayed, draws breath is lives, means who is still alive. So here Bassanio says, yes, dear Portia, it is the same friend of mine about whom I have been talking to you. He is the kindest man ever found on this earth, a good-natured man who is never tired of doing acts of kindness towards people, and one in whom the ancient Roman honor more appears than any that draws breath in Italy. And in this Italy, I have never seen any other honorable man who is still alive, as if you happen to take it from the times of the ancient Rome. He is the only best or the most courteous man ever found living in Italy. Portia, what sums owes he the Jew? Can you tell me, dear Bassanio, what is the sum, what is the amount which he is owing to this Shylock? Bassanio, for me 3,000 ducats. So Bassanio is feeling guilty. He says, just because of me he had borrowed 3,000 ducats. Portia, what? No more. Pay him 6,000 and deface the bond, double 6,000 and then treble that. Before a friend of this description shall lose a hair through Bassanio's fault. First go with me to church and call me friend, and then away to Venice to your friend, for never shall you lie by Portia's side with an unquiet soul. You shall have gold to pay the petty debt 20 times over. When it is paid, bring your true friend along. My maid Nerissa and myself meantime will live as maids and widows. Come away, for you shall hence upon my wedding day bid your friends welcome, show a merry cheer. Since you are dear bought, I will love you dear, but let me hear the letter of your friend. So deface is cancelled, unquiet is distracted, okay, petty is humble, maids here is standing for virgins, okay, and then dear bought is means I have paid a big price for you, okay. So here Portia says, oh, what, this is just a very small amount which your friend had borrowed from this Shylock. Now if you really want to save your friend, go ahead, go back to Venice and pay him the double amount, that is 6,000 ducats, and just get the bond cancelled. If that is not enough, double that 6,000, treble it 3 times, you do it, and just go ahead and get the bond cancelled, and do not give anybody to raise a finger towards you, blaming you that you have been the cause of taking away your friend's life. So before you take away the money from me, I would like you to take me as your wife, okay. Officially let us become husband and wife. Let's go to the church and officially let me be called as your wife, because then only you will be having the rights to use my money. And then quickly go back to Venice and save your friend, because I do not want you to lie next to me with an unquiet soul, means physically present with me but mentally disturbed. Why? Because your mind would be all towards your friend. You shall have gold to pay the petty debt 20 times over, and when you get married, you are going to get the rights to take away as much money as you require. 20 times you can go ahead and take it, and just go and give away this humble amount of 3,000 ducats. And when it is done, when you have saved your life, I would like you to get your friend here, bring your friend here back to Venice along with you. Meanwhile, I and Nerissa would be spending our time exactly as widows and unmarried girls. Come away, for you shall hence upon your wedding day. So come along with Bassanio and let's go away. And on this wedding day of yours, I do not want you to see with a cheerless face. Be cheerful, welcome your friends, and let me tell you, as dear Bassanio, you have been paid, I have really paid a high price for you, so I will keep you, love you dearly, but let me hear the letter of your friend. But before we go towards the church, just read out the letter to me which you have received from your friend. Bassanio, read. Sweet Bassanio, my ship have all miscarried. My creditors grow cruel, my estate is very low, my bond to the Jew is forfeit, and since in paying it is impossible I should live, all debts are cleared between you and I. If I might but see you at my death, notwithstanding use your pleasure. If your love do not persuade you to come, let not my letter. So Bassanio, while he reads the letter, he says that, sweet Bassanio, my ships have all miscarried. So Antonio is writing to Bassanio and he says that, oh dear friend Bassanio, I have lost all my ships, and all those people from whom I have borrowed money, they have gone cruel, means they have turned cruel. Why? Because I have lost all my means, my resources are all lost. Upon that, the bond which I had signed with Shylock, I have now to pay the forfeiture to him, I have to give him the penalty mentioned in the bond. And since in paying it is impossible for me I should live, and while I will be paying away the penalty, the pound of flesh, I doubt that whether I would still remain alive. Therefore, I would like you to come here and see with your own eyes that I have paid away all your debts which I owed to Shylock in your name. So notwithstanding, use your pleasure. Please do not be worried in case you are not having freedom to come out here. If you are having some other liabilities, I will not force you to come here. And if the other meaning can be that if your affections does not convince you to come, need not come, and take it that I have not written a letter to you. The other way out is that if Portia stops you from coming here, do not take it seriously and let it be thought by you that I have not written a letter for you to come out here. Portia, oh love, dispatch all business and be gone. So, oh love here is standing for Bassanio. Oh Bassanio, get rid of all your work which you are wanting to do just now and be very quickly gone towards Venice to save your friend. Bassanio, since I have your good leave to go away, I will make haste, but till I come again, no bed shall ever be guilty of my stay, nor rest be interposer twixt us twain. So he says that as you are giving me permission, I will quickly go towards Venice to save my friend's life. But before I leave Portia, I would like to promise you that I would never sleep peacefully on the bed, and whenever I return, that will be the time when I will have a peaceful sleep. Okay, it will be only next to you.